Hey guys, this is Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I need to bring something to your attention. We've got something really fun going on tonight. Sorry if I sound a bit croaky. I'm not feeling great. I've had a bit of a weekend of it, really, where I've just been feeling a bit run down. So I still needed to bring you this info, right? We're doing a HYDRA creator clash. So Deadwood Jedi's putting on this again. I'm going to link this webpage down below so you can get all the info. But basically, 8 content creators, myself included, we're going to be doing a HYDRA draft. And HYDRA draft is going to be really tough with 8 competitors. Yeah, so we're going to go through this and I'll give you some thoughts around kind of what am I doing to prep. But join us tonight. It's 8 p.m. UTC on Deadwood's channel, on his YouTube channel. I'll link that down below as well. Come and join us for the draft. They're generally super fun. You can get to see the way people are thinking about choosing their teams. And, I mean, we've got some big hitters in this group. We've got Scratch and Nub Raid, who are probably the 2 favorites. Basically, both HYDRA big brains. Yeah, they really understand the game mode. They play it a lot. They do takeovers on it. We've got Odd One Gaming, who is, I would say, probably going to be the most underrated potential winner. I know that he's extremely good at this game mode. We've got MTG Jedi. I don't know what he's going to be bringing, actually, in terms of, I know that he thinks a bit like YST, thinks outside the box, and he's new to these type of games. I've seen him kind of play alongside what we've been doing with Clan Boss, and he really understands what's going down. So kind of like maybe another underdog that we need to be aware of. Same with YST. And then we've got some of the other kind of big hitters in here, Cold Brew and Deadwood, myself. We know the game well. Are we massively into HYDRA? I don't know. I actually play a lot of HYDRA nowadays, and I'm going to be going for it big time. But I don't know, guys. 8 people in the mix means we need to pick 48 champions between us. There's a few rules already here. It's quite cool the way they're doing this. So we kind of got 2 groups of 4 where we battle it out against each other in our groups, and then the winners kind of like branch out until we get into an actual playoff for the final. They're going to be live fights. So the runs are going to be live, which makes it incredibly difficult as well. So if you think about the Clan Boss stuff that I've won before, I was recording my best runs. I didn't do it live there and then. So, you know, we can't just outplay it. We've got to do the run live. Very tough. People like Acrizia and Grazur are both going to be banned. So we can't pick those. But other than that, every champion's up for grabs if you own the champion. And it's going to be a draft. So whoever picks first can't pick again until the 16th pick, like a snake draft. So you might get a really great first champion, but then 15 other champions are gone before you get your next one. Like, you're probably already onto the epics by then. So it's very, very tough. We've got a player power limit of 500k. And I guess we'll go through that. And it's going to be brutal HYDRA. So like on my account, I mean, I do HYDRA now every week at the highest level. And I actually really enjoy HYDRA now. I think the changes they made to bring down the power creep a little bit, but also to allow us to provoke and stuff like that, really made it more enjoyable for me. And if you look at my kind of like my normal team, I mean, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4 Void Legendaries and a Duchess in my normal team. And that's not going to be available. Also, if you look at like the other people, this is just my clan here, but the other people doing HYDRA, you see a lot of the same faces when you're talking about the highest level. Acrizias, Geos, Royal Guards, like pretty much people are using the same ways to do their damage. So when you've got to get 48 champions going, I mean, we don't have 48 options. So what I'm going to be doing between now and the draft, which is happening tonight, is starting to kind of map out some potential options for me. I'd love it if you comment down below some of your kind of like unsold heroes for HYDRA, just so I can kind of add a few more in the mix. But I'm thinking of these categories. Like when I'm building a HYDRA team, this is what I want. I need a way to do damage, right? And that's going to be paramount here. Once Geo's off the table, you know, there's quite a few others. Ninja, the enemy max HP guys, Royal Guards, Husks. Acrizia is not allowed. You start to come up with, you're going to need to come up with alternatives to that because you might not get any of those. Yeah, so damage is one thing. Block buffs is another thing here. If you look at these teams, Udo, you've got Tahanarak, like champions doing block buffs so that you don't have to worry about things like the poison cloud. You don't have to worry about the Head of Mischief stealing your buffs. That's going to be really big as well. Speed control is huge. We see a lot of Trisks in here. You know, champions that will reduce the enemy's speed but increase your own. Both really important. Provoke, dealing with that head of decay is super important as well. And it needs to be a consistent provoke, going off again and again. Do you need 1 or 2 champions to do it? Things like AoE decrease attack, so you're taking less damage. Decrease defense and weaken, so you're doing more damage. For you, shielding, healing, yeah, champions that are going to keep your team alive, super important. And then revives. If you look at all of these kind of top teams, there's Duchess, Sifi, Ugo, and there's a whole bunch more that you could bring. Godseeker, like reviving your champions that fall, super important for this type of game mode. So I don't know, guys, it's going to be really, really fun. I'm looking forward to it. I've kind of got the crown at the moment, but the crown was won against normal clan boss, and I've won that 2 times in a row. HYDRA is a different beast, honestly. Like a super tough encounter, and I'm really interested to see like which champions actually get drafted here. When you're on that 48th pick, like, damn, who's left? Who is left for that? And do you manage to fill all those different roles that you want? Bearing in mind you're kind of picking up the scraps and you're trying to do it on the fly because other people are picking away your champions. Super fun. Anyway, I'll link all the stuff down below so you can kind of get involved, but make sure you come and watch it tonight. When we get to the actual kind of playoff stuff, there will be rewards given away for the stream. So gems and packs like that from Player-In, which Deadwood sorted out. So it's definitely worth your while to stay in touch with this. And I'm sure the other creators will be doing some content around, you know, how their picks are going, you know, how their teams are looking. Where you also get to sub 1 potential other champion in if you pick someone crap. So, you know, is it going to be a sneaky pick like my Morag was in normal clan boss that kind of steals the show? All that type of stuff is really fun. So there you go, guys. I've been HYDRA. I'll see you later.